Hey guys, Dave here back in the kitchen, and today we're making ultra lazy, I don't want to do anything but I want to eat healthy cottage cheese breakfast bowls. A lot of the times these videos come from me sitting there just like, man, I wish I could eat a healthy breakfast, but I don't really want to cook one. We're bringing in an old classic kitchen appliance that I haven't used in a while. It's called the toaster. Remember toasters? So we're gonna make 5 different variants. Okay, so I've tested one, and the one I tested we're gonna do last, and it's amazing. I've had it 4 times since I made it the first time. That's how much I liked it. So that's a good sign. I am gonna want 1 piece of keto bread if you want it to be keto. If you don't want it to be keto, you can just use normal bread. But I'm gonna use keto bread, 35 calories a slice, because here's my goal. I'm gonna toast that, and I'm gonna toast it like extra toasty. The goal is for these to be high protein, low calorie, and some of them will be low carb. Not all of them, but if you are low carb, there's several in here that are good for you, like this one. And then there's some that are not quite as low carb, but they're really gonna fill you up, high protein, low calorie. You probably could have guessed, since these are all cottage cheese bowls, they're all gonna require cottage cheese. But yeah, once I made the other one for me, because I made that one of these for myself after I came up with the recipes, I was amazed by how good it was. That's why I keep making it. But now I'm finally gonna try them all. I didn't want to try them all before the video because it's more fun to get an organic reaction. But I will tell you the last one that we're gonna do is fantastic. All right, so 3/4 of a cup of cottage cheese, and you could do it in bulk. You could like double, triple this, and then just use it for like food prep. Oh no, I just dropped something. All right, then we want 1 tablespoon of allulose, which is a keto sweetener. Again, if you're not interested in keto or don't care about keto, you could totally replace these things with sugar versions like normal sugar. But, why add the sugar if you don't need to? So you want 1 tablespoon of allulose, especially for breakfast. I don't like a lot of sugar at breakfast time. So the toast came out. That's pretty dark. We could go a little darker. It says to go darker than normal. And don't get me wrong, I do actually like the taste of sweet things at breakfast. I just don't like all that sugar in the morning. 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And this will be sweet because what we're making, I should tell you the name of the first bowl we're making out of 5. We're doing 5. The first one is a French toast cottage cheese bowl. How awesome does that sound? I haven't tried it, but it sounds really good. This is optional. It is butter extract. You want 1/4 teaspoon of it. If you don't already have it, I don't know if you should go buy it because it's kind of expensive. But it will add a much more like organic French toast vibe to the whole thing. And it's only 1/4 teaspoon, so you can use it a bunch. We want to take 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon and put that in the cottage cheese mix too. And then we're going to blend it until it's completely smooth. I'm going to move the toaster out of the way since we're done toasting our bread. There we go. And I can plug in this instead. All right, let's mix it up like so. About 30 seconds. Now, we blend that up. We'll check it in a minute. I do have to do something while the toast is still warm. We're going to do 1/2 tablespoon of butter. Now remember, butter is really caloric. So if you're trying to stay low calorie, be careful not to go over the 1/2 tablespoon. And my butter's not warm or melted, but we want to butter the toast basically. And this is a pretty small piece of toast, so I probably won't use a whole tablespoon. All right, so I'm gonna get my cutting board. There's not much cutting involved in this, so you probably don't need a cutting board. But I melted my butter, and I'm just gonna pour it on my 1/2 tablespoon of butter, and then spread it out. Like so, and then we're just gonna chop it up into small pieces. Now you can adjust this if you want a little more toast. You could do a 2nd piece of bread. This is a pretty small piece of bread for sure. There we go. Just so you understand, I was not kidding around when I said incredibly lazy, easy breakfast. And that's what we're going for here. You saw how much work that was. I put a few ingredients into a mixer. I'm gonna put them in my bowl now. This cottage cheese blend goes into our bowl. So I probably should use like a spatula to get the rest out, like so. All right, then we take our bread and we just put it on top of the cottage cheese blend. Yes, it's this easy, guys. We're gonna take a tablespoon of sugar-free maple syrup or normal maple syrup, again, whatever floats your boat. I'm gonna go sugar-free because I'm doing the keto version for you guys at home. And this is 15 calories per 2 tablespoons. So very low calories. We're only gonna use 1 tablespoon, like that. Oh, that was a 1/2 tablespoon. Well, but I spurted some extra, it's fine. And then if you want, you can add a little bit of powdered sweetener. This is Swerve powdered. So it's kind of like a powdered sugar. Add that on top if you want. 1/2 tablespoon or teaspoon, I mean. Yeah, teaspoon, it's probably better. And then a little dash of cinnamon on your bread as well. And then it's done. That's it. And I'll give you the macros for this. And we're gonna make 4 more really easy bowls like this that you can have for breakfast with no guilt. This is actually like a pretty good breakfast. I'm gonna try it, see if it tastes good. Wow, that's awesome. That's super awesome. I'll definitely be remaking that one. I'm a little sad that I gave it away, but I gave it to my daughter because I got to make 4 more, and she tried it. She's like, wow, that's good. It tastes like Cinnamon Toast Crunch. It kind of does, like a bowl of Cinnamon Toast Crunch, but 290 calories for the whole bowl. Depends on your bread. All these always depend on your ingredients, so double check them. 24 grams of protein in that, basically what tastes like a bowl of Cinnamon Toast Crunch. 8 carbs, 15 grams of fat. So really not a bad start to the day and super duper easy. Let's move to the next one. This one is going to be a little bit more savory. So we're gonna start the same way. 3/4 of a cup, oh, let me get that centered there. 3/4 of a cup of cottage cheese into a measuring cup and then into a bowl. This time we're not gonna blend it, so we're talking even easier. Sometimes blending is like effort. And sometimes I'm so lazy in the morning, I don't even wanna do that. Here's the reason I even thought of this concept. Because I was wanting a good breakfast, but I didn't wanna cook the other day. And so like when I want a good breakfast and I don't want to cook and I want to be healthy, I'll grab like some pistachios, some cheese, maybe a beef stick of some sort. And it's like always disappointing. I'm never excited to be eating it, but whatever. It's not a bad breakfast. So I was like, I want something that's that easy, but actually tastes amazing and has more protein and stuff. Now this one's even easier. Well, okay, so that's subjective, but this one's gonna require a little bit of chopping and washing of veggies and such. So we want a cucumber, we want some cherry tomatoes, this cherry, grape tomatoes. Not a lot, just like a 1/4 cup of each, and you could like, again, pre-cut these for the week and meal prep out of it. Let me go wash these really quick. The cherry or grape tomatoes, either one will work. You just wanna half them or cut them into bite-sized pieces. These are grape, so I might cut mine a little bit smaller. And you basically want 1/4 cup worth of them. What do you think, is that a 1/4 cup? It's funny, because I'm like, I'm kind of rushing. Yeah, it's about a 1/4 cup. Put that in with your cottage cheese. I'm rushing myself. It's a perfect day to be doing this video because I only had an hour to do all 5 recipes. So it'll be very telling if I can get it all done in an hour because I got like camera set up. I got to get all the ingredients for all of these. I think it would be pretty impressive if I got them all done in an hour. And so far we're at 14 minutes since I started, which it won't show 14 minutes for you, but it'll be 14 minutes for me because I got to go get, you know, ingredients, wash things, all that other stuff. And I cut a lot of that out in the footage. All right, same thing, 1/4 cup of cucumbers diced up. Easy peasy, put it in with your cottage cheese. Finely diced red onion, just a tablespoon. I don't have that. I thought I ordered it, but I can't find it. 2 hard-boiled eggs. So this one we're making is, we're calling it the everything bagel sandwich cottage cheese bowl. So we want 2 hard-boiled eggs. And we can slice them up if we want to, or you can leave them whole. I'll do a little slicing and put that into our bowl as well. As you can see, our bowl's coming together to look quite tasty. This one over here, and that's gonna fill us with protein. For the eggs, if you want, you can add a little pepper and salt. I'll just add pepper. I'll go crazy. I don't want to double salt this, but I'm gonna add a little salt to the eggs, specifically to the eggs, and a little bit of pepper to the eggs, just to elevate them a little bit. And then guys, last ingredient, everything bagel seasoning. 1 to 2 teaspoons of it. Now I'm using spicy jalapeno. Should I? Is it gonna be too spicy for me? I'm kind of a wuss. Actually, I'm gonna pass this off to my wife, and she really hates spice. All right, so I found some standard non-spicy everything bagel seasoning, and I'm just gonna put 1 to 2 tablespoons or teaspoons of that in there. And then that's it, guys. We've got an everything bagel cottage cheese bowl. We made it in just a few seconds. I'm gonna get a little bit of all the ingredients and give it a taste. Maybe I should have sliced the egg a little smaller. Yeah, that's another good one. That's good. It's not as exciting. The French toast one was exciting because it tasted like I was eating candy. This just tastes like I'm eating something super healthy for breakfast, which isn't a bad thing. It is good though. All right guys, so we're 2 for 2. I brought that one into the wife because she loves cottage cheese and she loved it. Like I was like, do you want to try a bite? I gave it to her, she had a bite. And then she's like waving me off, like, oh, I'm good. She just kept eating it. So that one was a winner for the wife. Callie ate her whole French toast. The French toast one was so good. Oh my gosh, I'm such a sweet tooth. It's really bad. But that one was amazing. They were both good, but that one blew me away because of like how desserty it tasted. And again, if you don't like the taste of allulose or fake sweeteners, you can use real sugar you know. Allulose always has that kind of fakey aftertaste. So, you know, if you try this and you're like, oh, it has a fake aftertaste, it's because you're using allulose. You're using a fake sweetener. I'm the guy who always gets the Diet Coke even when Coke's available. So I like the taste of a fake sweetener. Let me tell you the macros on that one, and then we'll work on number 3. We're doing pretty good. I'm at 20 minutes. I've got 40 left. Macros on the Everything Bagel Bowl: 325 calories, 31 grams of protein, 6 net carbs, 17 grams of fat. Estimated. I can't repeat that enough. It depends on your ingredients, things like that. This next one's where we get a little crazy. This one's where we get, this next one is not low carb. Those first 2 were low carb. This next one is not low carb, but it's super high protein. It's gonna keep you full for hours and hours. But don't worry, there is more low carb ones coming. And I can't even give you a substitute for the high carb ingredient in it because it's a potato. And if I know anything about potatoes, they do be carbon. So take a potato, poke it a few times with a fork all over. I mean, you probably can guess what we're gonna do with this. We're gonna microwave it, or microwave it. We're gonna microwave this for 5 to 6 minutes until the fork can easily slide in and out. Make sure you poke it so it doesn't explode. I know this is gonna shock you guys, but for this one, we're gonna need 3/4 cups of cottage cheese. Each one uses 3/4 cups, so get used to that. Fill up our 3/4 cup. We're not gonna blend this one either, so it's nice and easy. Drop it in there. And these are just such easy recipes. My goal was to give you options so that when you're there, sitting in the morning, wanting a really good, filling, tasty breakfast. Okay, Tina literally ate the whole cottage cheese Everything Bagel Bowl. She loved it. So, winning. We got a good recipe there. Okay, so while your potato cooks for 5 minutes in the microwave, 5-6 minutes, you can go ahead and prep some green onions if you want, like a tablespoon or so, however much you want, really. Just by, you know, finely chopping it. Get yourself some bacon bits, real bacon, not the fake-o bacon ones. And if you have some bacon from a previous recipe in the fridge, you can use that too, and some cheddar cheese. All right, 6 minutes accomplished, and here's my hot potato. Well, oh yeah, see, it comes in and out easily. So you can either squish it or you can cube it up, but you just wanna you kind of wanna just do that, basically. That went swimmingly. I'm fine with that. And then take it all, put it into our bowl. Hot potato on top of our cottage cheese, like so. Oh, it's real hot. That's real hot, okay? 1 tablespoon of bacon bits, 1 tablespoon of cheddar. And again, you can do more cheddar and bacon bits if you want to, but you're gonna wanna watch them macros. Calories will change as you do that. Tablespoon of bacon bits. Spread it out. A whole bunch of pepper. You can add some salt. I'll kind of top it as you would any old delicious baked potato. There's my salt. I'm gonna add my green onions. And that's number 3. As easy as that. We got a baked potato cottage cheese bowl. This is gonna fill you up like crazy. I'm gonna give it a shot and try not to burn my mouth. And of course, it's stinking delicious. Absolutely delicious. Definitely would cook this again. Loaded baked potato bowl, 360 calories, 27 grams of protein, 25 carbs, 14 grams of fat. But this puppy's gonna keep you full probably longer than any of the other ones because potatoes have an incredible high satiety index. That means they keep you full for longer. One of the highest, I believe. All right, cleaned up the blender a little bit. We're gonna bring our blender back, and I'm gonna have to wash it one more time, but guess what we're gonna start with? Everyone's, say it along with me at home. 3/4 cup of cottage cheese. So I've used a whole tub now. I'm on a cottage cheese bender. Luckily I bought 2. So here we go. 3/4 cup cottage cheese, try not to spill it. Put it into our blender that I just washed. And what we're making this time is gonna be a sweet one. I haven't tried this one, but hopefully it's good. We want 1.5 tablespoons of allulose. We are going to make a cheesecake berry bowl. Cheesecake berry bowl this time. So there's 1/2 tablespoon. There's another half. We want 1.5 total tablespoons of spoons of allulose because we're back in the world of low carb. 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Oh wow, that was way more than half. That's okay. Well, I don't think I poured in more than 1/2 because I kind of stopped. I think we're okay. Then we want a tiny squeeze of lemon juice. So I'm just gonna take my lemon, give it a little squeeze. Lid on and blend. That seems pretty well mixed together, maybe a little longer, okay. Dump this out into a bowl. Actually, I have to blend the next batch too. I might not, probably should wash it, I don't know. Don't wanna wash, I don't like washing dishes. Either way, take your mixture out, put it in your bowl. In a smaller bowl, which I'm gonna call this a bowl, take a tablespoon of almond flour. I know it's just a measuring cup, but you know, we're going fast today. We're teaching you how to make 5 super easy things super quick. 1/2 teaspoon of our allulose. that sweetener again. I'm just gonna do a 1/4 teaspoon twice, like that. And a 1/2 teaspoon of our cinnamon from earlier. Again, same idea, 1/4 teaspoon, 1/4 teaspoon. Mix it up. This is like a lazy graham cracker crumble, essentially. It's our little cheesecake crust, but lazy style. Sprinkle that on top, like so. That looks pretty good, honestly. And then we top it with berries of our choosing. So, you know, 1/2 cup of mixed berries. We'll just take like, I'm gonna wash them off, but I'm gonna take a bunch of blueberries. I'm saying 1/2 cup, so it'd be 1/2 of this because this is 1 cup. I'm good at math. Take some of these. I'll take these to the sink and wash them. All right, berries on top. You can, of course, use different berries too, but this is literally a breakfast that's gonna give us cheesecake vibes, and I am so ready for it. Here we go, down the hatch. Oh my gosh. Wow. Wow, guys. You're gonna need to bookmark this recipe. Save it, link it to all your friends, text everyone, be like, guys, this is like the best way to breakfast. It tastes way too indulgent to be breakfast. That could be the title. 250 calories, guys. It's only 250 calories-ish in that whole thing. 21 grams of protein, 9 carbs, 11 fat. It would work on low carb. It's a little high, but it's not bad. Oh man. Okay, time for the last bowl. Wait, I gotta go clean my, where did my blender go? Okay, let's move to the final recipe, guys. We've been going quick, trying to get you all these recipes delivered as fast as possible. And that's what we're doing. We want 3/4 cup of cottage cheese. Say it with me, folks. This is the one I've made like 5 times. I don't know, a bunch of times. I keep making it because it's really good. It's the only one I had tested before this video was recorded. But you know what? They've all not disappointed. Every single one has been amazing. So don't let yourself get overwhelmed in the morning and be like, oh, I'm just gonna have a bowl of cereal, you know, Fruity Pebbles, whatever. You don't need to do it. You can make something really good and really healthy super quick. So that is a tablespoon of unsweetened cocoa powder, a 1/4 teaspoon of our vanilla extract. This one's super easy too. That's one of the other reasons I've made it a bunch. Hardest part is washing the dish. A 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract, back into the blender. Endorama, where's my lid? Oh, I didn't wash the lid, that's okay. Blend it up for like 30 seconds. You can kind of scrape it off the sides, make sure you get all the cocoa powder mixed and integrated properly. And you could, you know, elevate these and experiment with them, guys. If you like it, you try it, you could try doing something a little different. Add an additional spice, something you think might bring it more life, and then let us know in the comments what we should add. But yeah, same idea, guys. Same exact process. Put it into a bowl. Now I'm out of my smaller bowls, so we're using a mega bowl this time. I also feel like you could pre-make some of these. Maybe not the ones with all the fillings, but this one for sure, since it's mostly, you know, nothing like that's gonna get soggy in it or anything like that. You could do like a whole tub of it and then just add your toppings at the end, because we're gonna add a couple toppings here. First thing we're gonna add is a 1/2 tablespoon of sugar-free chocolate chips, which is gonna be not that many, a 1/2 tablespoon, something like that. A little bit of flaky sea salt, like that, because it's gonna be salted chocolate. And then the star of the show is gonna be 1 tablespoon, just 1 tablespoon of peanut butter. Now, peanut butter is super caloric, so you always gotta be careful when you're gonna measure it out, not to like go over. Make sure you level it off. So there's a 1/2 tablespoon. This is not ideal. I don't know where my tablespoons are, so we're just kind of making it happen. And then this will probably be another. There we go. So there's 1 tablespoon of peanut butter. Now, again, you could just throw the peanut butter in there. The way I've been doing it, that I've really liked it, is I've been microwaving the peanut butter for like 10 seconds. And the reason I do that is it gets like a bit of a drizzly consistency, and you can kind of drizzle it over your peanut butter or your chocolate mousse. Because this is basically a chocolate peanut butter mousse that, yes, you can literally have for breakfast and not feel guilty about. I call that the sweet life of Zach and Cody. No. So I've already tried this. I know I love it, but I'm gonna have a little more because, yo, why not? I cooked it. Okay, I oversalted it. Again, I made this one a bunch. It's delicious. Usually I add like a little dash of salt in a smaller bowl. I went a little too heavy on the salt. That first bite was like pure salt. But once I got under the salt, it was back to being delicious. So maybe try it without the salt entirely and then add salt as needed. I think that's the way. There's also been a few of the times where I don't put salt at all, so I'm iffy on salt, but it's great. I made it a bunch of times. That one's called the chocolate peanut butter cup bowl. That one is 305 calories, 24 grams of protein, 6 grams of carbs, and 17 grams of fat, guys. We've done it. It took me 51 minutes exactly to do all these, and each one's only gonna take you like 5 minutes, so we're not gonna talk about the 51 minutes of cleanup I have to do now. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't. Send this to a friend.